Okay, so my project tonight is about strawberries. I have done in the past, I've made this little basket of strawberries with little fabric strawberries in a variety of different colors. And so I thought, well, let's just make something to go with that. So tonight, what we're gonna make is a strawberry cake. So I've already done some prep work where I've made my little, spackled my cake form, and then we're going to embellish it. But I'm going to kind of show you what I did to get to that step. So I purchased these styrofoam rounds, and I knew that one tier was not going to be high enough. So I am going to glue two of them together. I'll get my spots right here. Go together like that. So what I've done so far, is I've cut some little pieces of, these are just shish kebab sticks, so I want to put a little hot glue on them on both ends. I'm going to put a little hot glue on my styrofoam itself here on the edge. And then a little on the ends of my skewers, and we're gonna glue this together. Adjust it so it's nice and even. So that's my first step. So I glued my styrofoam together, and I used the shish kebab stick so that it's not going to move around on me in the future. So then, we'll set this aside. Then I used the Dollar Tree spackle to do my icing on the outside. And I took, also, Dollar Tree had this pink color. It was called, it doesn't have a color on here. Oh, it says pink. Well, that was pretty obvious, wasn't it? And so it's just this cheap paint that I purchased, and I thought, you know, the one thing with the Dollar Tree spackle, it is really thick. And so I knew this seemed to be kind of a little more watery than what I'm used to when I'm doing my other painting. So I thought this would be a good combination, and it did make a very nice color. I put quite a bit of this in there, and then I just didn't love it. So then I just added a little bit of dark red to get this color. So I think that color looks pretty cute with my shirt, don't it? So that's how I got that color. So, and then I just mixed it up and mixed it up and mixed it up with my, here it is, and I just mixed it up with my little tongue depressor. And then I just started putting it on the cake form. So what I did initially when I was putting this on, I put it all on the sides, and I wanted to get it the texture that I wanted. And then once I had the sides done, I could set this aside for a little bit and let it dry. But I didn't. I set it down, and I did do the top, and I tried to do the top relatively smooth, but it wasn't quite as smooth as I wanted it. So I left it alone and I let it dry pretty well. Now I've come back this evening and I inspected it, because when you're putting the spackle on your forms, occasionally you're going to miss some spots, or the spackle kind of lifts and things like that. And so I went back and I just touched up those areas that needed a little extra attention, and then I kind of smoothed out the top of my cake here with some more spackle. So I think that I like how it's turned out so far here. I think that's going to look really, really cute. So let me put my spackle away. I'm not going to frost this cake form back here. Okay, so now I thought what I would try to do initially to practice, because I've made a few things using spackle and done a little bit of piping. I'm not a cake decorator. It's just like I buy the frosting out of the little container and I frost my cake, just slap it on there. So I'm not an expert. So what I thought I would do is I would just do a little bit of piping on just a little mat here, and I can wipe it off and I can reuse it then. So let's stick these guys in there. Another thing that I've done, because I do so many different things and I don't do a lot of faux foods currently, is that I have this bigger Tupperware container that I can keep my piping bag and my spackle inside the piping bag in here longer. But one thing that I've done to help keep the moisture in the spackle is I've taken a microfiber cloth and I've wet this, and I will put it over the end of my spackle tube, and I put everything in this little container then, and that has allowed me to keep my spackle in my bag for an extended period of time. Okay, so we are just going to do a little test piping here so I know what I'm going to do when I take it to the cake. So you can see my board here. Okay, so I'm just going to So that's what I have so far, and it's not very even or anything, so I need a little more practice. I have a mess. So that's handy to have this little microfiber cloth nearby. Quite sure why it's not flowing as nicely as I want, but this one turned out just a little bit better. So I think I am ready. So first, let me scrape that back into my spackle container before I really make a mess. Wet wipe here. I'm feeling like I'm getting messy. Not like buttercream. I have done that once when I was making something for some kind of event that I was doing. And I just want it to come out nice and smooth, but we're not dealing with food, we're dealing with spackle. All right, get this cleaned up. So, this back over here. All right, so now I have a Lazy Susan. We're gonna see how we're gonna. I think I should have done it right on my parchment, not on this little guy, because I don't think it'll come off of there once it dries. So let's start again. This is a night of bloopers. Not like buttercream. I have done that once when I was making something for some kind of event that I was doing. And I just want it to come out nice and smooth, but we're not dealing with food, we're dealing with spackle. All right, get this cleaned up. So, this back over here. All right, so now I have a Lazy Susan. We're gonna see how we're gonna. I think I should have done it right on my parchment, not on this little guy, because I don't think it'll come off of there once it dries. So let's start again. This is a night of bloopers. You're a mess when you craft. I am too. And it's like, you know, it's real life. Going around my cake to see how I like it, and if I have to fix any spots here. Alright, I think I kind of like that. So, I'm trying to decide how am I going to do that. So I have some strawberry slices. I think I'm going to try to do a little, what do you think? Should I put a rim of spackle on the edge here, or should I I think I'll just do a dollop here and put my strawberries on top, because I really don't have a lot of space on this little cake. But I also have some sliced strawberries that I was going to try to affix on the edge as well. So since I have the spackle out, let's get this. All right. So I have these fake strawberries. Just put one. Let's see. Two. So I should probably put this big one or this little one. I think I'm going to go with one. Right there. And I also have, these are my strawberry slices that I thought I would put around the edge here, the outside. I think near the bottom. I'm not sure which way I should do it. Should I do it this way? You can see that. This way or this way? So the big side up or the little side up? What do you think? Can you even see this? So one, yeah, because I have such a little cake, I think one is good. Yeah, I agree, Nancy. So, what do you think? Little up, little up? That's what I was thinking too. All right, so I have 6 of those. And let's see if this is gonna work. That doesn't work. I'm gonna have to glue. I have hot glue over here, and I have, where is my super glue? We are going to do a combo of glue. I have this wood glue, which is Gorilla wood glue. I use it all the time for things. So I'm going to put a little of that on here. And then I'm going to put a tish of hot glue. Maybe it'll stick right away for us. And I am going to put it there like that. And so I have 6 of them. I am going to put them do the other one on the opposite side here. Wood glue and my hot glue. this over here. Tacky glue, I did have clear tacky glue. I could have used that. Okay, so now I'm going to put 2 on this side. What we got going on so far. 2 more to put on this on the back side here. So that's what I have so far. And I have these, let's this away. I have these little strawberry sprinkles. Look, let's try this. Look like that. That I can put on, or I could just put some, I have some diamond dust. I have some, well, that's glow in the dark. I don't think we want glow in the dark glitter. But I have some kind of a white colored glitter. And I have red and white sprinkles. I think I am going to put a few of these strawberry slices. So what I'm using here is a wax pen that it just grabs the sprinkle and you can just set it in there, and then the other end you can kind of poke it into your spackle. So we have like a pointy end, and then this is the wax pencil end. Okay, I like that. I think I will add a few down at the bottom here randomly as well. Them kind of, just a few of them out there. I think I am just going to add just some of these red ones. We'll add a few and see how we like that. A few up above, and I'm adding a few at the bottom down here as well. So these sprinkles that I'm putting on now are some that I made using a clay extruder and baking them and cutting them up. It was like when I was first started, and now I just have decided that that's a lot of extra work, so I'm going to be buying them because they don't cost very much. So got one lost. Misbehaving over here. So when I have watched Eileen from the Creative Eye Design page, and she mentioned a lot about the group that we are in, the content, or the Cakery Content Club, and that's a membership where Betsy teaches us how to make fake foods. And if you saw her live just before me, goodness sakes, weren't those pancakes just super edible? They look so real, and she really makes it a focus to make her things look so realistic, and she does a fabulous job. So, all right, I think I'm done with them. Now, I think we need to put a little diamond dust on there. So, here's my big container of diamond dust. And like Eileen mentioned, you have to be very careful with this because it is crushed glass. you know what I should do? It'd be really cute to put some diamond dust on the top of my cake. Let's see if I can brush that off here, because it's not going to stick because my spackle is already dry. So what I'm going to do now, we'll see if this works. I have this spray adhesive. So I'm going to give my top of my cake a spritz here, maybe. I don't want to work. Well, what is up with this? Well, that's a fail. So, option 2, I have clear tacky glue. Shall we give that a whirl? I can add that anytime. My diamond dust, you know, I think I will wait. I have some spray Mod Podge, and I will spray it and then put my diamond dust on there. And then that way I could add my diamond dust to the whole piece, I think is what I'm going to do. So we are going to let this rest